is overseen jointly by the Ministry of Energy and Green Transitions and the PURC. This intervention has significantly reduced revenue leakages and it has enhanced ECG's capacity to meet its payment obligations. To address the high cost of power, the government has successfully renegotiated existing power purchase agreements. Engagements with the 9 independent power producers have resulted in a 250 million immediate savings and 1.1 billion of legacy debt restructured for payments between the period 2026 and 2028. These revised agreements will be submitted to Cabinet, and I'm pleased to inform you, Mr. Speaker, will be brought here to Parliament for ratification. Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Health is expected to issue guidelines to eliminate the unacceptable no-bed syndrome. Patients facing medical emergencies must be received and given help, if even under makeshift conditions. You don't need to have a comfortable bed to save a patient. No patient must be turned away from any health facility they report to. Mr. Speaker, I wish to commend the Ghana Armed Forces for conducting a successful medical evacuation of our injured compatriots from Burkina Faso. I also commend the Ghana Navy and the Ghana Air Force, the National Security Council Secretariat, the Chief of Staff's Operations Team, the MP for Ewutu Senya, the Chief Fisherman and people of Senya Breku for the combined effort that successfully rescued all the stranded 71 fishermen who had been attacked by pirates. I've asked the National Security Coordinator to assist the affected fishermen and replace the stolen outboard motors and fishing gear. Mr. Speaker, this government will fulfill its commitment to revive key state-owned enterprises. The Ministry is in the process of sourcing strategic investors to operationalize the Volta Star Textiles Factory, the Commander Sugar Factory, the Pualugu Tomato Factory, the Zoarungu Meat Factory, and the Akosombo Textiles Limited.
Mr. Speaker, as we speak, there is a scandal looming. Security services recruitment, TribeNet, we know who brought that company to the ministry. Kama has a way, and we, the minority, will pursue the person and make sure there's full disclosure. Mr. Speaker, the cocoa farmers, they have reduced producer price, and Erikopoku cannot be found. They don't care about cocoa farmers, and they are here telling us inflation, macroeconomics is ready. Macroeconomics is ready. To conclude, our elders say, give credit where credit is due. Mr. President is telling us today that some gains have been made. Those gains through this gold for reserve. Mr. Speaker, the gold for reserve policy, what they have failed to tell Ghanaians is that the Bawumia that they attack, Mr. Speaker, the Bawumia that they attack, the Bawumia that you attack is the brainchild of this policy. Mr. Speaker, I would want to urge the government, give to Bawumia what belongs to Bawumia.
The Ghana you inherited is as dark as the dark dresses that they are wearing on the other side. And the Ghana you speak of today is clearly as bright as the white dresses that we are wearing on this side. Mr. Speaker, let me read Reuters today. Reuters has confirmed Ivory Coast will pay cocoa farmers 800 to 1,000 CFA francs per kilogram for the mid crop starting March 1st. francs per kilogram. When converted to Ghana cedis, this is about 980 to 1,225 Ghana cedis per 64 kilogram bag. In Ghana, farmers are paid 2,587 per 64 kilogram bag, which is more than twice the price in Ivory Coast. This is confirmed this morning by Reuters. Mr. Speaker, I see written on the muffler of my friends in black that MPP Yaye Mobo Dodo. MPP Yaye Mobo Dodo. Mobo Dodo MPP. Yaye Mobo Dodo MPP.
The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, as part of its expansion efforts, has established a new operational office at Adenta Bus Terminal in Accra. If you need any service in the night from DVLA, go to Adenta. There's an office open there day and night. Mr. Speaker, this modern facility operates around the clock, providing continuous service to improve accessibility and convenience for our motorists in Adenta municipality and the whole general Accra area. Mr. Speaker, communications is important, and under the Rural Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project, implemented through the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications, GIFEC, we extend voice and data connectivity to unserved and underserved communities. We've targeted the construction of 2,016 cell sites all over underserved and unserved communities. 1,561 of these 2,016 cell sites have been constructed, and of this number, 1,144 have been activated. Work is ongoing to activate the remaining 417 sites. Preparations are also well underway to commence construction their training programs in person across 4 training centers that were established in Accra, Kumasi, Sunyani, and Bogatanga. Mr. Speaker, Phase 2, which will include virtual sessions, is set to commence this year. With expanded training centers and an increased number of beneficiaries, we project that 400,000 young Ghanaians will be trained this year. And this will build up to the numbers approaching 1 million. Mr. Speaker, the fight against corruption has remained a defining priority of my government and represents a central pillar of our commitment to good governance and accountability and the prudent management of public resources. Mr. Speaker, we've made progress through strengthening collaboration among law enforcement agencies, financial intelligence institutions, and prosecutors. These efforts have led to initiation of criminal proceedings and asset forfeiture proceedings against some individuals and entities implicated in financial crimes against the state. But yes, I agree with the sentiments of Ghanaians that we must press harder on this accelerator. As of December 2025, IOCO has recovered more than 600 million Ghana cedis. The office has investigated 462 cases, with 15 currently under prosecution. It has dismantled transnational car-jacking syndicates and has recovered 29 luxury vehicles that were stolen. Mr. Speaker, the government remains resolute that corruption will not be tolerated, regardless of status or political affiliation. The Attorney General's office will continue to use both criminal prosecution and non-conviction-based assets recovery mechanisms to ensure that stolen public resources are returned for national development. Mr. Speaker, I understand that a large majority of Ghanaians are impatient to see those who abuse their public trust in office held to account. Mr. Speaker, there were periods when, under military regimes and unconstitutional governments, extrajudicial means could be used to exact retribution against persons perceived as corrupt or who had abused the mandate given to them by the people. Mr. Speaker, this may have appeared as swift justice, but many regrettable excesses were recorded. In 1992, we overwhelmingly adopted the 1992 Constitution to accept governance by the rule of law. On 7th January, when I swore the oath of office before the people of Ghana, I swore to uphold the 1992 Constitution. I may be as impatient as everyone else to see justice done, but painstaking investigations must be conducted. Dockets must be prepared. He said, and I quote, "The wheels of justice grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine." Mr. Speaker, let me reassert my determination to uphold the accountability of public office holders to the people of Ghana. We have laid the Public Officers Code of Conduct Bill before Parliament. This bill codifies the conduct of public officers and makes breaches thereof punishable. I wish at this juncture to thank His Lordship, the Chief Justice, for establishing additional specialized high courts to address breaches identified in the Auditor General's report. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution review process was conducted in a transparent and consultative manner, drawing on input from constitutional experts, civil society organizations, traditional authorities, religious leaders, political parties, and the general public. The review committee has submitted its comprehensive report containing detailed proposals to amend the Constitution to address identified weaknesses and make it more welfare-enhancing. Mr. Speaker, the Attorney General's office is working closely with relevant stakeholders to translate the recommendations into implementable legal and constitutional proposals, which will be presented to this August House in accordance with constitutional procedures. Mr. Speaker, illegal mining continues to pose a grave threat to our environment, water bodies, public health, and national security. Mr. Speaker, prosecution of persons engaged in illegal mining has been intensified, with a renewed focus on dismantling organized criminal networks behind galamsey operations, rather than targeting only the little fish, low-level offenders. Mr. Speaker, in all these galamsey operations, there are big fish who never get caught. Mr. Speaker, in total, over 114 case dockets involving hundreds of accused persons are pending in various courts across the country, particularly in towns and villages that are prone to illegal mining. Specialized prosecutorial teams have been deployed to fast-track illegal mining cases, ensure the effective presentation of evidence, and pursue the confiscation and forfeiture of equipment and proceeds used in or derived from illegal mining. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to gender and social protection, my government will continue to ensure gender equality and equity, promote the welfare and protection of children's rights, and empower the vulnerable, the aged, and persons with disability for sustainable national development. Work is well advanced on the Women's Development Bank, for which a total of 401 million Ghana cedis has been allocated in the 2026 budget. The coming months will see a full rollout of this monumental policy to empower Ghanaian women and women-owned businesses economically and financially. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection has successfully honored all legacy leave payment cycles for 2025 and before, reaching 1.5 million people. It has also ensured the full implementation of the Ghana School Feeding Program in over 12,000 public schools across all 261 districts of this country. Mr. Speaker, the number of beneficiary peoples under the school feeding program has increased from 3,801,491 for the 2023-2024 academic year to 4,231,059 for the 2024-25 academic year. This program is providing gainful employment to 34,000 caterers and cooks nationwide. Mr. Speaker, in the security sector, Ghana faces evolving security threats. Our troops, services and agencies have, however, remained firmly committed to strengthening national peace and security, which underpin our democracy, development and social cohesion. This commitment encompasses internal security operations, international peace support missions, strategic investment in restructuring and retooling and improvement in troops' welfare, recruitment and capacity development. Mr. Speaker, two recent incidents are evidence of the increasing dangers we face as a nation. The killing of 8 of our compatriots who had gone to a neighboring country to purchase tomatoes, and just yesterday an attack on Ghanaian fishermen in our waters by pirates reinforced the need for us to retool and adequately equip our security services. Mr. Speaker, I wish to commend the Ghana Armed Forces for conducting a successful medical evacuation of our injured compatriots from Burkina Faso. I also commend the Ghana Navy and the Ghana Air Force, the National Security Council Secretariat, the Chief of Staff's Operations Team, the MP for Ewutu Senya, the Chief Fisherman and people of Senya Breku for the combined effort that successfully rescued all the stranded 71 fishermen who had been attacked by pirates. I've asked the National Security Coordinator to assist the affected fishermen and replace the stolen outboard motors and fishing gear. Mr. Speaker, the Armed Forces continues to play a key role in containing illegal small-scale mining through the deployment of river guards and support for the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat and assistance to special courts for swift prosecution of offenders. Mr. Speaker, during the year, the Ghana Armed Forces had 2,119 troops with requisite equipment deployed in various peacekeeping missions, reinforcing Ghana's reputation as a dependable and professional contributor to international peacekeeping operations. While Ghana continues to maintain an enviable reputation in international peacekeeping, we must note that many of these peacekeeping theaters where we have operated are winding down due to reduced budgets for UN peace support operations. And so as our troops return home, we must create opportunities for them to train, to remain active and stay engaged. Mr. Speaker, beyond peacekeeping operations, Ghana continues to demonstrate its strong commitment to international solidarity, humanitarian assistance, and South-South cooperation. In December 2025, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in conjunction with the Ministry of Defense, deployed 54 personnel from our 14 Engineers Brigade to Jamaica to support that country with national reconstruction efforts following the devastation that was caused by Hurricane Melissa, which claimed over 40 lives. In recognition of the scale of the recovery efforts and the good work our soldiers were doing in reconstructing the houses in Jamaica, government approved a request from the government of Jamaica asking us to extend the mandates of our soldiers there for another 90 days, which we approved. Mr. Speaker, to further improve operational readiness, the government will continue to invest in vital defense infrastructure and retooling. The construction of a forward operating base at Libo, situated along the Western Maritime Corridor, is ongoing. This facility aims to boost maritime surveillance and better protect offshore oil and gas installations. The Northern Border Security Project, initiated to counter terrorism and transnational crime, is advancing decisively. This project constitutes the first line of defense against any infiltration and extremist threats coming from the Sahel. and it would significantly strengthen the surveillance of our northern border. Plans are well advanced to establish 2 new military barracks in Ejumako in the central region and in Dambai in the Oti region to address emerging security concerns and strengthen the presence of the state in these areas. To further support retooling efforts, agreements have been signed to procure and deliver 4 brand new Eurocopter helicopters and 1 jet for the Ghana Air Force, aimed at replacing the aging fleet and modernizing our air capabilities. The Ghana Armed Forces is carrying out a thorough overhaul of previously grounded aircraft, which involves replacing essential components and bringing them back into service. This aims to quickly restore their operational readiness and maximize our fleet availability. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to announce that I have further commissioned 50 new vehicles for the Ghana Armed Forces to enhance mobility and boost troop morale. It forms part of a broader program to retool the military and improve logistics across the services. Plans are underway to acquire 2 brand new offshore patrol vessels, armored personnel carriers, protective gear, ammunition, vehicles, and strategic drones and advanced communication systems to enhance the operational capacity.
Okay, so President John Dramani Mahama there. Hello and welcome to Prime Insight. So yeah, that's a summary of the state of the nation. Do you agree or otherwise? That's why we're here this morning. We call it the Battlegrounds for Ideas. If you're here with us, thanks for joining us. And for those of you watching us home, feel free, because we'll give you the opportunity to send your feedback in. And of course, we'll get to share your opinion with the rest of the world. Then we have our in-studio audience as well, who would also give us their take on the state of the nation, right? Because there are so many aspects of it that the president has spoken about. There's good news also for students who can now go in for some more loans. And the minority believes that the cocoa farmer should matter the most. So which one matters to you the most? Let us know about it. And of course, I'll be finding out shortly from the in-studio guest. But let me tell you about those helping us to do the conversation. Solomon also is Director of Communications for the United Party. Johnson Asiri Nketia says yellow is your color, so the minority should not show the cocoa in Parliament.
Oh, yes, you're right. And they are supposed to come home. The UP is the universal set.
I see.
All other parties are subsets. So the MPP, they are right. I mean, as educator is an experienced politician.
Yeah.
He saw it, he realized that they were promoting the United Party brand. We are grateful to the MPP for extending that only brand to be popularizing our party.
Yeah,
of course, the party of choice.
Okay, that's his way of saying good morning to us. Kamal Dean Abdullah is also the Deputy Director of Communications for the New Patriotic Party. Good morning to you. Good morning. And thank you for joining us. Dr. Samuel Aye is a presidential aide. Thank you for coming this morning. So maybe we should start off with you, Kamal, because you've seen the pictures online. Many wondering why black in the first place and why your MPs chose to protest on a day when the president was there to perform his constitutional duty.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me this morning. Let me say good morning to Solo, good morning to Dr. Sami. I mean, he's doing so well with his boss. No wonder the budget gave them some 78 million to expend. I think they're doing so well. That's fine. I've also decided to join the minority to be in black this morning for your show because of what exactly Ghanaian people have been subjected to.
But this doesn't look like an opposition black hole.
Black is black. Black is black. Anyway, like I said, the Ghanaian people have been shortchanged. And let me say good morning to our brothers sitting as our co-panelists here this morning. Members of TESCON are here, members of TAIN, and of course, I'm told some floating voters are also watching us. And all that. You guys had 1 million jobs. Are you part of the 1 million jobs? Well, yesterday was a constitutional duty performed by the president, and we all listened to him. He was on his feet. albeit at a point that I don't know what happened. I don't know if you observed when he was talking about roads. All of a sudden, something happened and the president had to turn. You didn't see
really?
it. You didn't see the camera
No,
so well, but of course, I was so critical about it. So I actually want to see that. But of course, by and large, all went well. We, as a party, the New Patriotic Party, and with our representatives in Parliament, also keenly watched the proceedings. Let's not Ghanaians think that this is the first State of the Nation address that we've had. Obviously, they were voted for in December. The president was sworn in on the 7th of January 2025. He's had over 1 year in office as we speak today. And of course, the honeymoon would have been far spent. The reality is supposed to be dawning us or dawning on them right now. But what I heard yesterday was completely what I can describe as a political talk and not the reality on the ground. A political talk once again. The president forgot that the platform was not just meant there for politics. It was to tell Ghanaians what the spirit of Article 67 of the Constitution actually demands of him. Exactly what is on the ground. Exactly what people are faced with. The hiking electricity tariffs, I expected the president to apologize to Ghanaians on it because that was not the promise to us when they had their flagship policy, which they christened the 24-hour economy. Their national chairman told us that electricity will not ever perform. I said, that was the campaign. The biting electricity bills will come down for you and I to have an enabling environment to see how we roll out the 24-hour economy. So you take part in it. Today, what do we see? Over 30% increment in electricity. The president did not tell us that. What do we see? Small and medium scale enterprises are suffering because of electricity bills. I expected that to have been addressed properly. And the president should have shown remorse on that. Sadly, decided to do all the politics and tell us that, look, he took a reserve from $8.9 billion, and they have been able, through Gold Ball, to build it to 13-some-point billion dollars, and therefore, we have an import cover of 5.7 months, and they had to gloat over it. This is something that we have seen before in this country. If your import cover is hovering between 4 months, 5 months, 3 months, governments upon governments have seen it. So it was not new. Then all these account giving was because there was a buffer built for you. You could have given some credit to the New Patriotic Party government. The president himself said he met 8.9 billion in reserve. That based on that, they built on and they now have an import cover that gives us a resilient economy, in his view. It means that you did not inherit a weak economy.
If you had import cover, why were you doing gold forward?
I am saying that the president, in his report yesterday...
No, I'm not talking about the president. I'm asking you about...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
If you are saying that first of all, he said he inherited an economy that was weak, an economy that was not good, an economy that was actually sick. Okay? That is the interpretation I give to what he said.
Yeah, but you didn't need President Mahama to tell you that what was happening in 2024 was a sick economy.
Oh. Then I'm trying to establish the contradiction here. The man who says he inherited a weak economy, the same person says, I inherited 8.9 billion worth of reserve and I have developed it to 13-point-something.
Yeah, but come on, how do you
and
translate?
based on that, my import cover has moved on to 5-point-something months. And I say that's not new.
How do you translate your reserves into a stronger economy then? It's not all about the reserves.
Are you questioning me or are you questioning the president?
No, I'm questioning
It's not just about that.
Because you're
it's
wondering...
not only that. There are a series of indicators. But of course, your import cover, look, every single...
Okay, so let's talk about the indicators then.
It is based on your reserve. When they were...
You left
wait a minute. The president spoke about Fitch, spoke about S&P.
Yes.
What else? When they came into power, the first 3 months, we had S&P coming out to say that, look, based on what the previous government did, you were able to get some dollars to push into your system and be able to stabilize your currency. It is clear, it's right. You should watch it. You guys supported it on your business news.
No, but you were,
And now I'm
contesting the president that the economy was doing well. These rating agencies you're referring
If
to,
there was no money kept for you to push the money,
economy
if there was,
as a junk economy at the time.
if there was no money,
So you didn't need President Mahama to tell you that.
I'm saying
right?
that if there was no money for you to even inject into your system, for the forex market to look good, for your city to stabilize and be strengthened, what would you have done? That is where you would have been clear enough to tell us that I inherited a weak economy. So I wanted him not to be economical with the truth, but rather be fair to us as a people.
How would you describe the economy in 2024?
Well, very good. Like I said,
That was a good economy?
First of all,
2024.
First of all, let us not narrow it to Ghana.
No, I wanted you to. It's a more direct question.
How would I describe the world? How would I describe the world economy?
I'm not interested in the world economy. I'm asking about the Ghanaian economy.
We are not living in an unstable society.
Okay.
Neither is Ghana an island alone, standing alone. Ghana works with partners. That's how come we're saying that we build reserves to move out there to be able to get.
But it's a more direct question. Come on. How would you describe the economy in 2024?
By 2024, Ghana's economy, by the tail end or last quarter of 2024, Ghana's economy was in recovery.
I'm not asking about recovery. How would you
Ghana's economy? That's what I'm saying. By 2024, we made about import cover of close to 3 point something.
I'm not asking about import covers. I'm asking about the overview of the Ghanaian economy. You are rated junk status. That's where we are.
I am saying when we came to power in 2017, in 2018, in 2019, smiling.
I'm asking about 2024.
You don't cherry pick.
I'm not.
Let's have a discussion. You don't cherry pick.
No, because we're checking facts.
I am saying that. And that's the facts I'm also speaking to. What I'm saying are facts.
If you were president today, what would you say about the 2024 economy? That you inherited a good economy?
I will not. You see, I'm saying that the president made reference to. We are discussing this.
How much are you buying fuel?
Wait a minute. He made reference to S&P report. He made reference to Fitch and other,
and all those rating agencies had a C.
And these rating agencies, of course, when we take from January, when he was sworn in on the 7th of January, running to March, some of their reports, S&P for instance, came up with that and said, made reference to what we built through, and based on that, this economy is resilient.
Granted.
That's the point
what are those rating agencies? What did those rating agencies say in 2024 about the Ghanaian economy?
Obviously, before the tail end of 2024, every
I'm not asking about recovery. I'm saying what did they say about the economy?
No, so including Ghana. Of course.
So there's a weak economy in Ghana,
from 2021, 2022, 2023, as a result of the external shocks suffered.
So there was a weak economy in 2024.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
the UK
so the president wasn't wrong after all.
The UK for the first time reported that they had hikes in their inflation. Turkey saw 80-something%. Other countries saw it. And it was a global phenomenon. Of course, based on that, countries or economies had to streamline, put things together to see how they can rebound. And I'm saying by the end of 2024, there was a rebound. And the rebound, of course, metamorphosed into the first quarter of 2025, which the president was talking about. So when you say that I went or I had inherited a weak economy, obviously, knowing it's a going concern, no economist will tell you that, look, what you are saying is completely true. You understand? That's the point I'm making.
Okay. Do you believe in the economic philosophy that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you?
You see, interesting.
That's a very familiar line.
That's a very interesting propagandist question you have asked. And it could be answered well.
Come on.
No, it's a very good propagandist question. Of course, I haven't let you know that. You see, it's a very good propagandist question. But I'm saying that, of course, exchange rate forms part of the economy as well. So if you want me to say I believe in it, I quite believe in it.
Oh, you believe in it?
Of course I
believe. So you believe in propaganda?
I believe in it.
You believe in propaganda?
I believe in it. I am saying that if you ask a propagandist question and you expect a propagandist answer, of course, let us all do propaganda. And the world believe in propaganda and move on. That's the point.
So you believe in propaganda now? That what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was saying sometimes.
If you are drawing the discourse to propagandists...
No, but I have to ask you. I'm just finding out if you believe in it, because that was the message.
If you allow me to flow, if you allow me to make my submission, and then move on, and then stay put to what the SONA address gave us yesterday, I'll be more than glad. I'll be more than glad.
So the exchange rate is no longer something that matters to the economy?
I didn't say it's no longer.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you about the principle.
I am saying that the principle is what? If fundamentals are weak, The
It was from a renowned economist, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, your flag bearer now. Are you running away
I
from
so much
comment?
associate myself to that comment.
But
that comment was made to
for propaganda.
Describe an instant, a circumstance that we found ourselves in.
It's no longer propaganda?
Of course. And like I told you again, economy or building an economy is a going concern. You may have exchange rate exposing you today. You may have exchange rate tomorrow exonerating you again. Okay? And then you may have your indicators like the GDP growth exposing you today. You may have GDP growth exonerating you tomorrow. You may have also your, if you like, per capita income exposing you today. And you may also equally have it exonerating you tomorrow. So it depends on the circumstance you find yourself.
Okay,
if you want us to go back, if you want us to go back to do whatever propaganda that you intend for us to do this morning, of course, I will have to go with you. And then we'll do the propaganda.
Is this propaganda?
It's okay. No, it is. Don't worry. Come on, we're communicating, we're talking. I mean, I will understand.
But, okay, let me hear you.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, no,
is that what you have done?
Because
you have...
I'm not doing propaganda. I'm just repeating the words of your leader. And you say it's propaganda. So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was doing propaganda in 2016?
I am saying that I didn't say he was doing propaganda. I said if you want...
So is it the principle that's doing propaganda or you... Because you believe in it, isn't it?
Anyway, but you see, let me say this before Sami comes in. To be fair, to this program.
Yes.
The subject matter before us has to do with the presentation of the president, which talks about the state of the nation. With all respect, please. We needed to dissect it. And that's exactly what you have even kept on your page. Dissect what we had. And of course, give the, if you like, the do's and don'ts that we think it carries. Give the advantages and disadvantages that we think it carries.
Not exchange.
So clearly, when I started my submission, you should have listened to me properly. I have not even made strong points of what he has actually unearthed. I started off and then you have decided to inundate me with questions, that at the end of the day, exposing certain stands of propaganda coming from you.
Okay, let me tell you why I was asking the question. Did you hear President Mahama say that they've not arrested the cedi and that the dollar, the US dollar, and that all they did was to empower the cedi to put up a good fight against other currencies?
Sarcastic as he appeared to me yesterday, very sarcastic as it were.
Yes.
And quite, you know...
did you hear that?
Quite political as he appeared to me.
Did you hear that?
But it was to say that they had fought for the stability of the cedi.
Yes.
And
so if I am asking you that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, how is that not part of the State of the Nation address?
The exchange rate that they have been able to tame, which is a credit I should give to them, was as a result of you having a buffer, which buffer you base on, pick money out of it, pump the dollars into the system and strengthen your cedi.
So if you had a buffer, how come
that buffer was created by the ex-Wal government.
So if you had a buffer, why was your exchange rate moving all the way to 16 if we're going by the same analysis?
Why? We voted, the elections went on in December. Of course, if you follow the exchange rate even in 2024, at the point we got to a level where it was so high, by the time we left office, it came down to somewhere hovering around 14, thereabout, okay, which we handed over. Now, hovering around 14, that's why I told you there is some trend of it growing, or it's moving. Now, if it was around 14, and then you came in and decided, okay, this government, before they left some money there. We picked some $1.something billion. Let's push it because there's no dollar in the system. And then we're able to get the cedi to appreciate. Whose credit also do you give to? You give to the ex-Wal government as well. Because if they hadn't left that buffer there, you would not have done that. That's what the S&P...
So President Mahama is doing well. President Mahama is doing well, except that he's failing to acknowledge the NPP. If I get a summary of...
Obviously, as we speak, the economic indicators that we have in this country don't look bad. Currently, as we speak. At all.
All right.
If we were to go by what is on paper now, the economic indicators don't look bad. But there are two things. The reality on the ground, which I told you what was biting was the electricity and other things. Okay? Now, if you're facing that reality, it's different. If you're looking at what is on paper, it's also equally different.
Okay, I'll come to you. I'll give you the time. We'll talk about cocoa as well shortly. Yes, Sami. So you've heard it. Come on.
Sitting in an air-conditioned room and still sweating.
Very surprised.
Oh, okay. I'm just noticing that.
And we can spend the whole year here. He will run in circles. We will not be able to explain away why his government was a failure. And so we'll be wasting our time listening to him. You see, the MPP should decide and tell us exactly what their position is on the state of the economy. In one breath, they say that they left us buffers, strategic buffers, where this government has, been able to propagate every gain that we are seeing here. In another breath, they blame the government for increasing ECG prices. So when it suits them, it is they that did the buffers. When it's against the NDC, it is certainly the NDC that is in charge of whatever that is going on. But you see, propaganda is still propaganda. You will definitely get exposed. You spent 8 years building a buffer of $8.98 billion. A new government comes in 1 year, they add 5.5 billion Ghana cedis. You spent 8 years to build only 8.9. A new government has spent 1 year to add 5.5. And you come and sit on TV and you think that it's your buffer that has made sure that we currently have a stable economy. If your buffers were enough, would we have experienced the exchange rate that we saw? So the questions you ask him completely expose the propaganda and falsehood of the MPP. And we will not waste our time with them. You see? And let me expose his propaganda on the ECG price. Look, they claim that in 2 years we have done an ECG increment of about 30%. First of all, it's not even up to 30%.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Looking at the PRC figure.
Yes, let me tell you for a fact that in first quarter of 2023, when they were in government, first quarter, they increased ECG bills by 29.96%. And this is PRC data.
You're going, okay. Yes, sure.
29.96%. In the second quarter, they increased it by 18.36%. In the third quarter, they increased it by 4.2%. In the fourth quarter, they increased it by 1.52%. When you do the calculation, it was about 52% in only 2023. You increase electricity bills by 52% in 1 year. Then you come and criticize another government.
But what's your rate now? Because if you're looking at your rate,
we are doing just about 25 to 27%.
So you are almost at that.
The point I'm making is that
in the first year.
The point I'm making is that. You cannot do 52% and come and criticize.
But why would you justify this?
The point I'm making is that they actually, there's no doubt that the impact is on Ghana.
Yes.
And let me tell you for a fact, Domama is not a leader who would really put pain or inflict pain on the people. This is the president that came and cancelled e-levy, came and cancelled person tax, came and cancelled emission tax, came and reduced VAT effective rate from 22% to 20%, did a whole VAT reform to make sure that his government relieves pressure on the business.
So if he's able to do all of that and not able to
hold on. They actually went into an agreement of IMF on 3rd of December 2024 for the IMF to do a quarterly tariff increases with the IMF. And it was binding on the new government. In fact, they told us that by September 2025, there should be a major tariff increases. You enter into an agreement with your government, between you and the IMF, to make sure that the new government suffers this agreement. Then you turn around and come and sit on a platform and criticize the government for implementing the policy that your government inflicted on the new government. It is the height of hypocrisy, and it is the height of double standard that I have seen as a person.
But you can't take away the fact that the utility prices are almost at.
There is no doubt. I'm saying that President Mahama made the point that until we have been able to leave the IMF program, some of these things will happen. And that when we are done, he is the president that has a track record of relieving all these pressures from the people of Ghana. So he will put in place measures to reduce all these things. So there is no doubt about it. You see, the president's presentation yesterday is reflective of the true state of a nation that is bouncing back from 8 solid years of misgovernance.
Why is the president telling us that? I get that. No. But why is the president telling us that we're on a runway? Many would have thought that by now, the economy would have taken off.
Oh, you know that as we speak, the economy has stabilized. per all the indicators. There is no doubt about it. It is time for us to change the stability or move from stability to economic growth and transformation. That is.
Are you sure everything is stable?
Everything.
You look at the cocoa issue, for instance. They are bringing.
I can take you to the figures. Look, policy rate alone, when we came, it was 28%.
Yes.
Banks were doing about 35 to 40% of interest rates. There is no serious country that will have such an interest rate and expect businesses to thrive. We have reduced it drastically from 28% to 15.5%. Inflation rate, 23.8%. We are doing 3.8%. Primary balance, they did a primary balance of negative 3.25. Abysmal. Today, we are doing about 2.6% after a target of 1.5%. Budget deficit, they did about 7.9.
Yeah.
Today, we are doing about 3.1. Look, import cover, 4 months, we are doing about 5.7. We have increased our GDP from 83 billion to 113 billion dollars.
But that's where Kamal says that look, if you look at the reserves, what they were building, if you add the 8 to the 5, you would have gone up significantly.
I've done the calculation to you that you spent 8 years to build 8.89 billion. A new government comes and he has added 5.5, and you sit on a corner and say that it is because of the buffers you built.
But you're adding the 5 to the 8.
I'm saying that the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that they cannot say why when they came to government.
Was it an empty chest?
Well, exactly. There were buffers there, so the argument is completely disjointed.
So that makes the point again too. That if you add the 5 to the 8, you'll be in a better economic position.
Before they came, we have submitted a bill to Parliament where we have named it Ghana Reserve Accumulation Program. We want to do about 15 months of import cover. You understand? So that we can increase our reserves, hold our currency, the currency that they couldn't hold. And they were doing a whole lot of propaganda and they were all the place about it. You understand the point? And these things have translated into serious reality and benefits for the people of Ghana. Before he came here this morning, he bought fuel at 10.5 to 10.9.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, he bought it. Unless he said that he used petrol.
Is it true?
Unless he said that he used
Come on, is it true?
He has a beautiful car.
You are inviting me.
I'm just asking if you bought. He says you bought fuel at 10 cities today.
Before I came in, actually.
Oh, it's my time. It's my time.
I thought you were inviting me.
No. I'm just asking a simple.
I'm not inviting. It was a rhetorical question. The point is that you cannot leave your.
But this is a simple yes or no answer. You didn't buy a 10.
You will not be able to answer. You go in
I didn't even buy fuel.
You waste my time.
He didn't buy fuel.
I say he works here. He wants to tell me that he worked from his house to this place. That's how propaganda. That's where propaganda can take you. You left your house, bought fuel at 10.9. When your government was in power, you were buying it at 16 Ghana cedis. At the point, it was 23 Ghana cedis per liter. But you come and sit here and say that there is no reality. What kind of propaganda is this? Today, we have seen major retail centers issue statements that because of the gains we have made in our economy, they are reducing prices. I can mention to J.A. Binding Company, Okadeco, Electromat, even Abosokai papers dealers. They told us that they were selling some engines at 15,000 today because of the exchange rate. They are doing about 10,000 Ghana cedis. You see, we are not allowed to exaggerate outcomes of government policies because they are mundane. But the point is that when the reality is there, you must be candid enough to make the point. Today, iron rods that used to sell about 9,000 Ghana cedis per ton, you go to place you get it at 7,000. Cement that was about 125 Ghana cedis. Today, you get to a place you get about 100 Ghana cedis. The point I'm making is that we are not where we are supposed to be.
Okay.
But we must all be candid and we must not feign ignorance of these small improvements. So I must make the point to you that all these things have been possible because of decisive leadership, because of disciplined financial management and bold strategies that have stabilized the economy and laid a solid foundation for growth and prosperity. So it didn't happen by chance like the MPP wants everyone in this country.
I get that.
It was by chance. They would have been able to do it.
That's a good story you're telling.
Yes.
We'll come for another.
I can even take you to sector by sector.
No, we'll do that. We have some time.
I know we have some time.
Yes, we'll do that.
But it must be made clear that on the economy alone, President Mahama has performed creditably.
That's on the economy.
And we'll do more.
In fact, even with the economy, there's the cocoa aspect I was raising. But let me.
We'll get there.
Then we'll dig into that. So Lokama didn't drive here. He took a walk. So the fuel is.
I said I didn't buy fuel. But I didn't say I didn't drive.
So you already had fuel in the car?
No.
Okay. You had bought plenty because...
you have a tank card.
You asked whether I bought fuel.
He had bought plenty because... You see, he had bought plenty because it was cheap.
I didn't drive here. It's mischievous.
Come on. So how did you get there?
No, I drove here, obviously.
So you have bought plenty
I did not buy fuel on my way here.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not buy fuel on my way here.
Maybe
He was hedging. Bless you. He was hedging. He
By buying a lot.
Listen.
Yeah.
NPP, I am more bothered. That's all that I can say. Because I listened to my brother Kama. We are all in opposition. But you see, your life can be very comfortable in opposition when you confront the reality. You give them their due when it's due them, and you criticize constructively, and you will be fine. As for the politics, we will do it in 2028. And I have said time with that number that the United Party will beat the NDC with superior policies. We don't need to be doing Jannam. It's a party that has come. They are yet to even have their first Auditor General's report, where a lot of the expenditure at the various SOEs and then ministries would be exposed. I don't want to move ahead of them or move ahead of myself. I have time and patience. So I keep saying that their first year, in terms of their economic indicators, NDC and John Mahama for that matter, has been phenomenal. We have to face it. When you say it this way, it doesn't hurt. Because the fact speaks for itself. A president that took over a debt position of 61.8 and reducing it to 45.3, how would I come here and say that it doesn't done well? Then I will be coming from Cosmokaya. Because I lived in the end 8 years under the SONA administration, Nana Akufo-Addo administration. I saw what happened. In fact, in 2022, and we did an inflation of 54.1%. You were in this country. You reported on it. Kama was in this country. He had to defend the indefensible in those days. Today, they ended it at 23.8% as of December. Today, inflation is 3.8%. Why would I sit here and say that they haven't done well? Then I'm not being truthful. Then I am elevating politics to a joke. You get my point? The external position, reserve position that we are talking about, 8.9 in 8 years. If we are going to do extrapolation, it is now 13.8. So it means they have added 4.9 to it. If you are doing extrapolation for the next 8 years, that all things being equal, they will be adding up. They will be doing like 39.2 billion in 8 years. So clearly, it's a day and night. And the person that is leading the country, interestingly, is not an economist. John Mahama is not an economist. We have been told that he's only a mere communicator, which I agree. Mind you, the vice president, the woman, is also what? Not an economist. And as she is into this literature, if literature people are giving us these indicators, then we must begin to question some of the degrees in economics, especially those from outside that are coming into this country. Are you with me?
I'm with you, except to say I don't get the connect. Are you saying that you ought to be an economist before you can properly manage
That's
it?
what we were told. You remember the various lectures. And I attended some at Valley View University. I did economics myself at the secondary university levels. And everybody knows fundamental economics. There's a correlation between interest rate, inflation, and the exchange rate. That's where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia told us, Midunyame exchange rate. You listen to that. So those that are not economists are not supposed to be performing like this. But if this is their scorecard, then it's a good thing.
Have you not listened to the factor of external shock?
No, they should stop that. The last time I asked Awad this, it turned into an insult. I don't want to repeat it.
Oh, but you can ask Kama.
If I ask Kama, you asked a simple question that does the exchange rate play any role? He said you were doing propaganda. How could you have done propaganda? And I was surprised. But I don't blame him because he cannot be taking the flag for someone's utterances. He did not make that statement. You understand? That when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose. It's true then, it's true now. Except that his flag bearer now said, but it's warped logic. To then conclude, I didn't know what he was trying to say. If you watch the video, you saw Professor Jambafo, he couldn't hold himself. Say, can you reduce this policy? That's why and he had to hold himself like tight. Because if he had laughed, people would have known that the man was only lying to the people of this country.
So this is all about Dr. Bawumia for you?
No, they have given more the credit. Didn't you hear Federal yesterday say that we must give credit where it's due?
Yes.
That the gold for reserve, though he deliberately left out the gold for oil, which was just chop. And this government must be serious in going into that matter. Because if they go into what they would discover, will be mind-blowing. That people actually set up a policy to just loot from this country. So I am dissecting what the indicator they have given to us is a good thing. They have done well. This administration has done well in terms of the way they have stabilized from inflation point of view, from exchange. Can you imagine, for the first time, we are doing treasury bill rate of 6.4. People don't understand what it means. Now, what government, the indication government is giving is that it does not have appetite to borrow. So the banks that are doing lazy banking in this country, now you have to go out there and fish out for businesses and give them the loans. Because if the treasury bill rate is very good, what it means is that people will be giving their money to government. Now, if it is 6.4, it is not attractive anymore. Between you giving loan, now the policy rate is what, 15.5? Is that not the case? So if I went to bank to go and borrow, it is policy rate plus the risk profile. A bank will profile you that you have a risk of about 6 or 7%. So really you'll be doing about 22% as a lending rate. Between you going to buy government treasury bill at 6.4 and you giving a loan to a business at 22%, no rational human being, which one would you do? So you would pump more money into the private sector. And this is where the Bank of Ghana must begin to look at its policy position. That, you see, the money is available, but when a young man went to bank today to go and borrow, the first thing they will ask is, do you have a collateral? Someone that just finished university, how is he going to get a landed property for you? So we would have said in our great transformation plan that we were going to cause commercial banks to dedicate 10% of their profits as given to private sector to grow without any collateral. And that one, the guarantee will be coming from the Bank of Ghana, from their profit. I believe that this is where, as a country, we must begin to cause the government to be implementing some of these policies to reflect the truth as it is happening.
How about credit? Giving some small credit?
No, they have to.
Yeah, Kamal has an issue is that, just give some small credit to the NPP as well.
NPP? I should give credit to the NPP.
You just heard him.
He didn't even believe in the statement he made. That we should get up and give credit. Nana Akufo-Addo himself knew that he did not deserve any credit. That's why he did not attend the State of the Nation.
The speaker.
How would he have felt? How would he have felt being given this raw data that Nana Akufo-Addo left an inflation of 23.8%, and someone within a year reducing it to 3.8%? He knew it. He saw it. He has intelligence. He knew what was going to be read in Parliament. So, in order to save my face, I will not even attend. How was he going to be comfortable sitting there and being told that only this January, the debt that he piled, the finance minister paid $709 million out of it? And you ask yourself, what did we use these money for? Look, yesterday the president said something, and the roads minister has said it before, that they committed the government for road projects to the tune of about 104 billion, when they knew very well that they didn't have money to execute these projects. So how do you expect them to give you a credit for that? You say we'll come to the cocoa politics. You see, opposition is a marathon. So you have to take your time. Early part of January 2025, remember when our brothers started doing the dollar politics? Oh, Mama has come again. The dollar is... I told them that, why are you in a rush? They started stabilizing it, and they quickly ran away from that. Somewhere along the line, there was doomsday. If you remember, early part of 2025, it started coming in. Yeah, Muhammad Doomsday has come. Then they introduced some 1 cedi on fuel.
Yes, the levy.
And the thing went, now they are mute. Then they had some 20 little stars, who are the communicators, who have taken Kamal's job.
Whose job?
Go round, they go by water treatment plants, various river bodies, and say, oh, the color of the water has not changed. You see, this game, you must always be strategic. I have said time with that number. The UP is so strategic. We know what we are doing very well. We didn't say it. We told, but so if tomorrow the color of the water becomes crystal clear, what would you say? This government has started introducing what you call ionic nano. You see the MBB is crying. But then they know if they go and apply the chemicals and the water is clear, then they will play back your sorry to you. The same thing with the cocoa.
Okay, we'll come to the cocoa, Solo. We'll come to the cocoa. In fact, that's where we are moving to. But let me just pick the thoughts of some of our in-studio guests. Jata is here this morning. Jata, are you a happier man, or is it the case that you still have some concerns?
Jata doesn't have a job. How is he going to be happy?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Listen, and I think for the first time in 8 years, Ghanaians have been properly addressed by the president.
Probably you have to check your mic, the microphone. Yeah, maybe a bit closer to you so we can hear the points you're sharing. Yes. Yeah, let's go on. Yeah.
Listen, thank you very much, Listen. I think for the first time in 8 years, Ghanaians have been properly addressed in truth because there's a state of the nation that address that has been given by the president does reflect the reality of Ghanaians. And Mr. Kamal can bear witness given the fact that he used to buy fuel for about around 23 cedis and now he's buying it around 10 Ghana cedis. And I must say that so far, the gains that have been achieved, if they are sustained, Ghana risks becoming a single-party system because Ghanaians will not have any choice.
That will never happen. That will never happen under our nose and watch.
But,
yeah, just go ahead.
But there is one more thing that I would want to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is one more thing that I would want to say. It has to do with the concern about the 1 million jobs that the president said he has created. I noticed that the NPP were trying to play a little bit of mischief with that statement. But one thing they do not know is that I did a bit of economics, and I did a bit of economics, and I learned that in Ghana here, our economy is heavily informal, which means that about 70% of the economy is in the informal sector. And the informal sector comprises of, we have the agricultural workers, we have the petty traders, small-scale enterprises, and even self-employed people. So if we reduce the conversation to just the formal sector, we are going to get it wrong. And do you know that within the first and third quarter of 2025, there is a data from the Ghana Statistical Service which said that about 950,000 people have escaped multidimensional poverty. Manna doesn't fall from heaven, and the government does not feed people for free. So what accounts for that 950,000 people that have been alleviated from poverty? It only points down to one thing, that when the economic activity boosts or when the economy is buoyant, large numbers of people move into some form of work. And people can only alleviate from poverty by working, right? If you are going to bear me witness and agree with me. So this is true statistically, and this is fact. And I think the life of the average Ghanaian is better off as compared to previous years. I said it last week.
How about jobs?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That even though I am not a part of the 1 million figure, I will continue to clap for others until it gets to my turn. The fact that I'm not part does not mean it is not true. It is true. People are still getting it. The National Apprenticeship Program has been able to absorb about 10,000 people. The NEIP program, which was allocated to about 400 million Ghana cedis, has the potential of creating opportunities for startups, and those startups can employ about 10 people. When we talk about the Ejumawura program, which also has over 100,000 people that it has been absorbed there. So the interventions by the government is helping people. Okay. And the dice is still rolling to soon get to my 10. And when it gets to my 10, Kamal will not have anything to say.
That's why Kamal was asking you the question earlier about the one job. Your colleague beside you, yeah?
Thank you and good morning to you and your viewers. We need to be frank with ourselves and then let Ghanaians know that the economy is in good condition, and we should not allow anybody with any nepotistic attitude and propagandalists to overshine the good work of the president. We took over an economy which was in an ICU, and then through the hard work, ICU, an economy which was not doing well. And through the hard work of the president and his ministers, we have been able to reduce inflation. We have been able to reduce debt, which was high. And now the president is doing quite well, and my brothers are not appreciating the good work. I think you appreciated one where you indicated that the economic indicators are not bad. That is good of you, and I think you need to inform your other communicators to also follow same, because this is
other MPP communicators.
Yes, the MPP communicators, they should applaud the government, because he is doing a good work, and we don't need to be making utterances that are not helping us. We need to be fair with ourselves that the economy is recovering, and the president, in collaboration with his ministers, have been able to do exceedingly well in managing the economy. So we shouldn't allow comments that are not appropriate.
So you feel the facts should be laid bare, that's all?
Yes, but the president have done well in general. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, all right. Would you want to have your take now?
Yeah, so I'll also recommend the government for such a great work he's doing, especially when it comes to education. I think I am much touched with the policies the government is putting in place when it comes to the no fee stress, when it comes to the...
Do you receive... Okay, you're not...
Yeah,
yes.
When it comes to the no fee stress, also when it comes to the student loan trust fund they are coming to give to law students. Yeah. When it comes to stable food supply, basic education, that is building of schools, in robotics, coding and AI. I should say it is one of the best initiatives that we as students are going to enjoy from the government, and we are also enjoying from the government. I struggled a lot in level 100 in paying my school fees. So
I was going to ask if you received the money too.
No, actually it was implemented, So for me to see the government implementing a policy that will free the stress on students, I think it is the best thing we should applaud for.
Okay. That's great. Let's move into cocoa, then I'll come back to the rest of our colleagues, right? Yeah, okay, we have an agreement on that. Okay, let's talk about the cocoa now. I think Kamal should start off for us, because for bringing cocoa to the floor of Parliament, was that to showcase our national heritage, or you were just trying to tell the president about something else that's happening?
We were just to prove to the Ghanaian people that cocoa serves as one of the bedrocks to the development of our economy. And that the cocoa farmer, has been subjected to a very, very wicked haircut by this government. You realize when the president was speaking on the cocoa, you could feel the lowness in his voice. You could feel that he wasn't the confident man they claim he is on that score. Why? You can do all the politics. You can come and say all the nice things that you're going to do or you intend to do for them. The reality will expose you. What did the president and his team, Sami and Co., tell us? What they said was that the cocoa farmer deserves better. The cocoa farmer deserves 6,500 to 7,000 cedis. The cocoa farmer listened. And in fact, they went further to describe us as insensitive people, people who do not consider the plight of the common farmer. Today, that cocoa farmer, the over 1 million cocoa farmers we have in this country, with their families, have been subjected to this wickedness by them. And you wanted to explain to us that the 3,100 they were getting, which you claim wasn't enough, the 2,500 or so you are giving them today is better than the 3,100. Nominally, you make the argument. Or you are making the argument that 3,100 is lower than 2,500. That's the argument you're making, which I find very unfortunate. So we brought the cocoa pots into the Parliament, the presence of Parliament, to prove that, yes, first of all, we've been to the farmer, we interacted with the farmer, we saw the agony they are going through, and we feel that this government can do better for the cocoa farmer. More so when you told them that they deserve better. Why? Our neighbors in La Côte d'Ivoire.
Are you going there?
Why? They are doing cocoa. And we have bilateral meetings with them for the welfare of our farmers. They come here, they have meetings with us, we discuss. So I have to go there. Our neighbors announced a producer price of 2,800 CFA, translating to 3,690 Ghana cedis. They have maintained it since.
Oh, have you checked the latest figures?
Check.
Okay.
Tell me the latest figures.
I thought the majority leader...
They have indicated, they have indicated that they may review their whatever. But as we speak, the latest one, as at last 2 weeks, what came out, they had maintained their figure. They have not, I've not seen a new one, unless you want to prove me otherwise. Prove it to be wrong.
So they are not...
And I'm saying that what Ivory Coast did, was to find a way of issuing a bailout, which we called for, to help the farmer, even if we have some, if you like, disturbances in the international market. What have we done to help the farmer?
Have you
today,
seen
what you are saying,
price projections? That's why I'm asking you.
I have seen that's what I'm saying. Of course, the SONA prices that you saw, you used to say that you are doing your projection. And I'm saying when you came to meet it, and then you decided to pick the beans, you opened up the window earlier, and then you took the beans supplied from them. Waited until November, they were not still paid. Then by the tail end of the year, going into the 2026, prices started falling, which you hadn't sold yet. Okay, now you are making projection that, oh, these things can fall. And if it's falling, let us find a way of streamlining it so that to meet with the international market. I'm saying your neighbors.
So are you
our neighbors did not do that to their farmers.
Are you doubting the Reuters report?
That what?
That the Ivorian government plans to even go below the 2,000.
You are saying plans. I am saying what is the status quo now. It's not about planning. It's not about what you want to do. But what is the status quo when they realized that the market had fallen and then they needed to give a bailout? Did they issue a bailout or they did? And did they pay the farmers who supplied the amount of money, and are they still paying that or not? They are. If they are planning to say they want to come down, that's the different story. But I'm saying, as we speak today, the current price by our neighbors, okay, is still what it is. So you see, the bottom line is that you told the cocoa farmer all manner of lies. You gave them high hopes. You have come now to do otherwise. And we are calling on you to know that that cocoa farmer that you have shortchanged is still alive and watching. That cocoa farmer you think deserves nothing under you is alive and watching. You can do all the propaganda. You can come and then try to embellish whatever you have. Say whatever you have. Where our point is that give the cocoa farmer what is due them. Treat them well. Let their welfare be of a concern to you as a government. So, well, I listened to the president. He says that, look, to avoid debts, to avoid whatever, we have decided to come down, do our calculation, and give this. Really? Why? In 2016, when you were leaving, didn't you leave debt at Cocoa Board?
So we should leave debt.
Question I'm asking, no?
We should leave.
Didn't you leave debt at Cocoa Board, if that's the argument? We're not saying you should leave debt. Didn't you leave it? The new government that came, find a way of managing that debt.
And still left it.
And it has been a going. I'm not saying it should be so. We have to make sure that some of these things are corrected, though. However, not at the expense, not at the suffering of the common farmers.
Okay, you tell me, per the market price and what's happening on the international market now, how has government shortchanged an average farmer? Just demonstrate that to me.
You see, what I'm saying is that if there was a model left by this government, I mean the ex-Wal government, our government.
No, I'm not talking about the model. I'm saying...
Right, it's out of the model you get solutions.
Okay.
My brother, you don't just get up and then say, I want to give solutions. It's out of models you get solutions. And I'm saying that even the IMF program that we went into, the former finance minister was clear on this. They had even discussions on cocoa as to when this happened, what are we going to do? They said they were supposed to have built buffers and then, of course, issue bailouts to help the farmer.
Now you don't have that.
We haven't done that.
Yeah,
so if they had done it, of course, they should have done it.
They have not done because they don't care about the
They should have built buffers in a year.
Why?
When you've done
why?
So the FOB you've done.
Why today didn't they hinge on buffers that was built to ameliorate the city standard? Didn't they?
How do you build buffers?
Didn't they do that?
How do you build buffers for an institution that is already overburdened with outstanding loans? You have commitments on the market to meet. How are you going to build buffers?
I told you that no government, when we came in 2017, despite the loans, despite the change in international price from 3,000 to 1,900, the cocoa farmer didn't suffer. That's the point I'm making. When the NPP came in,
demonstrate to me
I just told you
how they are being shortchanged. You have demonstrated that.
We need the government. Look, if you are listening to me, Ivory Coast, I told you, instituted what we call a bailout to cushion the cocoa farmer not to be affected. What stops Ghana from doing it?
Okay.
What stops us from doing it?
But I'm asking.
And again, and Nana Akufo-Addo's government did not also say, because I have come and 3,000 has moved to 1,000 something, I am going to let the cocoa farmer suffer. He didn't do that. What he did was to maintain it and rather grow it up to 3,000.
I get the price about the price increase.
What have you done for that?
Use that. How do you demonstrate to me currently that the government now, is shortchanging the average farmer?
It's that simple. The government now says, I am going to give you 6,500. Now the government says, I'll give you 2,500. You are better off.
But come on.
No, the government said that. I didn't say it. Why? The government said that. It's on record that before we came, the cocoa farmer was not better off.
Yes.
And that the cocoa farmer was supposed to get over 6,000 cities.
Yes.
The government came to me 3,100 and then now reduced it to 2,500 only to tell me that I am doing better. Really?
So
how are you doing better?
A campaign promise has not been fulfilled.
Absolutely.
Okay, but my question to you is, that's where the difference in the question comes. My question to you is, how do you demonstrate to me that the average farmer has been shortchanged? That's my question to you.
I am demonstrating to you. It's so simple. It's clear on the paper.
I'm not basing.
It's clear that why? It's clear. Why I will not. I'm not making any whatever argument you want me to make. But I'm saying that the argument is that if I was getting 3,100 and you have decided to come and give me 2,500 and still tell me you are doing better, for me, I think it's actually mind-boggling.
I get that. How do you get it? My question to you.
So what's the question
to you is that, going by the market analysis, how do you demonstrate to an average farmer that what the government is doing, they are cheating you, quote and unquote, if I can use that word?
You were getting 3,100. Today you are getting 2,500. You have been cheated.
Is that simple?
It's that simple. It's that simple. You don't need a lot of mathematics on that.
The market price is falling.
That is the argument. And when the market price fell, that's why I just told you, in Côte d'Ivoire, the market price has fallen and they have not sold their beans, but yet still that farmer who is equally a farmer, like a farmer in Ghana, is not suffering that haircut. That's what I'm saying. So the cocoa farmer in Côte d'Ivoire doesn't have water running through him, also has blood running through him, just as the cocoa farmer in Ghana. So if he was getting 3,100, which you claim wasn't good, today you are giving that person 2,500 and you want to give all the semantics around it and say, believe it, it's okay.
If you're selling,
well, you didn't give me that hope.
Well, if you're selling tomatoes and you're selling that tomatoes at 3 cities, right? And let's say you're selling it on behalf of your parents who are farming. You get the 3 cities and you give that 3 cities back to them directly, as opposed to someone who wants to add something and give to them. Would you still conclude that you are shortchanging your parents?
Well, you see, I don't know what answer you want me to give you here, but the answer is still clear unless you are refusing to accept it. I am saying that somebody is selling tomatoes, or your father was selling tomatoes, like the analysis you gave, and selling the tomatoes, he says, I buy this from this farmer, and I give the farmer maybe 2,000 cedis. You sat down and said that 2,000 cedis was not enough, and that he needs more, or he deserves more. Then you come and sell and tell him that I am going to give you 1,500 cedis now. Then you say I am doing better than the one who was giving 2,000 cedis. That's just a argument.
That's not the question I asked you. You're running your business.
Yes.
You on behalf of your parents. You get the produce at 3 cedis. You go to the market, it's sold at 3 cedis, and you come back and give 3 cedis to your parents. Someone comes back, someone has extra cash, adds that, and gives to his parents too. How do you conclude that you shortchange your parents?
How was the person who was giving 3,000 earlier, if you're saying that, how was he doing?
Yes, so exactly the point. You're in debt.
How was the person
Cocoa Board is in debt. How do you get extra money?
Why? Is it only under MPP Cocoa Board got in debt?
So
I'm asking this question. I am saying I have not.
Is it?
But I'm saying that it wasn't only under MPP. In fact, even under MPP, we were better off in terms of the debt. I'm saying it wasn't only under MPP the Cocoa Board went into debt. Okay, there are other factors.
So we should continue borrowing.
There are other factors. Why?
So the MPP
Cocoa Board decided to go and make a policy. What's the name? Sit down and then make a policy decision that let's buy over 100 and something pickups, several millions of dollars. Let's buy luxurious cars of Land Cruisers. To people who are sitting in Accra and they are not farmers, they don't even come near cocoa farm to enjoy. And the person who is buying weedicides, buying pesticides, buying whatever, paying labor, that person finishes and then bring a bag of beans and say that person should be short-changed. He should suffer so that decision you were taking,
come out.
Yes?
Where the question is clearly on record. This is just a market reflection of how much these people are.
It's not about market reflection. It's about poor decision taking or making.
So we should borrow.
You think that you think that it is prudent. It is prudent for you to buy very lavish cars, enjoy yourself, have luxurious builders, and that cocoa farmer who is in the village is suffering. You think that's the best decision?
The NPP bought cars for farmers.
No.
Cocoa farmers, you did?
Never. We did not.
Did you buy?
We did not.
Did you put up buildings for the cocoa
We
farmers?
did not.
So why are you expecting
what we're saying? That's what I'm saying. If you come to reset, you've come to help the person. The first year, your first few months, you have come in, and what is of concern to you is to buy very beautiful, luxurious cars and sit in at the expense of the farmer and say the farmer should not
during
talk about it.
Time, Cocoa Board never bought cars.
You've not answered my question. You think that's the best decision? Under Cocoa, and the president sit down and watch that, and then only to come and tell me with a low voice that for that be what we wanted to do. You wanted to do what? What did you see when you were giving them high hopes? What did you see? What did you see when you came in to say, what projection did you make? That, of course, informed you that you can go and do your lavish expenditure and next time go and inflict pain on the farmer. What did you see in your projections? And you want the farmer to agree to accept it? So I'm saying, we went to Parliament with the cocoa pots. We donned black in Parliament to prove to the world that the government of the day is insensitive to the plight of the cocoa farmer. The government of the day is actually not doing well because policies taken to benefit them is what actually they want and not the farmer.
I get that. In fact, but just deal with this for me briefly before I bring in something. The aspect that you were basking cocoa farmers to do demonstrations. Some videos have emerged on social media.
That who was basking who?
I mean the NPP.
Yeah. The last time I checked.
Because there's a cocoa farmer, a supposed cocoa farmer online claiming that you haven't paid him his money, his transport fare.
Who?
His transport fare to...
So if you can make the argument of the allegation of someone bashing...
I'm saying...
Wait a minute. If one can make the argument of someone bash someone to go for
the demonstration.
Yes. Equally, can someone make the argument that someone too has been bought to come and make a video to claim that he has not been given transport?
Okay. That's what happened.
Now, I'm asking you a question. Can someone do that? Because we are hinging on reducing this platform to speculation. This platform is so big.
I've seen a video, and I'm asking you,
and I'm saying,
you come from the NPP.
I'm saying, if, of course, this is what is thrown up in the air, and they've thrown it out there. What? People have phones, smartphones, can build cameras. People can make all manner of allegations. I can say Sami sitting here might have drawn some people to go and say whatever Solo has done X, Y, Z, okay, without further proof. I think that the platform, Prime Insight, Prime Insight platform is bigger.
So I shouldn't
such low thinking.
So I shouldn't ask you if indeed you bashed people.
Obviously, you have not cited a statement from the New Patriotic Party saying we are going to bash people to come and demonstrate. Have you? Obviously, you have not heard any communicator of the New Patriotic Party saying that we brought people to come and demonstrate. Did you?
But your party's
name
was
you have
mentioned.
not,
your party's name was mentioned. I'm concerned.
That's why I use the word allegation.
Yeah, that's
that if someone alleges that somebody bashed someone to go, you see, that is the level of hypocrisy and the level of arrogance of power, the level of insult that they give to the farmers.
Kamal, are you saying
a farmer travels to Accra, is concerned about his condition.
Now
I told you about 1 million people who are farmers. Some of them come to represent them, and you sit here or someone sits somewhere to say that, oh, somebody bashed them. Insulting their intelligence.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, have you seen the video? Because a gentleman was mentioning the name of your party. You represent the party, and that's why I'm asking you if you've seen the video.
All manner of misinformation and disinformation running through our social media, and that is why Prime Insight will not base on disinformation and misinformation on their platform.
But this is the
Why you ask me? I also gave you a scenario.
Yes.
Equally, the person saying someone has passed.
Yes.
Somebody can equally say that somebody has been brought to come and say what they want to say.
So let me tell you what we do here. We're journalists. We
Yes.
ask questions,
Yes.
right? So
I know.
If there's someone speculating that Kamal has bashed a cocoa farmer, once Kamal is here, I should be able to.
The other thing I know.
Yes.
Journalists who hinges their questions on speculations, basically, and without recourse to proper research before asking questions, are actually referred to as yellow journalism that they are conducting.
Speculation. Okay, so the video.
Yeah, if you hinge your work on speculation, it's yellow journalism. You should do proper research.
A claim was made. An individual is in the video mentioning the name of your party. You are here. You represent the party. I'm asking you.
And I'm here, and I'm telling you that our party actually never did that. And in anything at all, and if anything at all, anybody can make such allegation, throw it out there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Why? Haven't you seen government, Sami and Co,
you've given all the time. You've given all the time. You've given all the time. You go around in circles and you'll not be able to.
Oh, it's not about going around in circles.
Let me make my. Let me also talk here.
Please.
Why you
just make your point? Don't say I'm going around in circles.
You see, it is an agenda. It is an agenda for the NPP to revive their party through the cocoa system. And there's no difficulty. Reuters reported just about 2 days or yesterday that from tomorrow, Cote d'Ivoire will be selling a bag of cocoa at 980 Ghana cedis to 1,200. So it is surprising that Kamal does not know that from tomorrow, unless he is just being mischievous.
Did you listen to me?
Oh, let me make.
I said, what is the current?
Let me make my.
I've not said they have reduced it.
A day tomorrow is there. They are starting at time.
Until it's tomorrow, I'm speaking to the current
matter. What are you talking about?
Until it's tomorrow, I'm speaking to the current matter.
So there's no difficulty. What
if tomorrow doesn't happen? Don't tell me that you tweak it tomorrow.
It is on record that from tomorrow, Cote d'Ivoire will be selling their cocoa.
I'll come to ask you tomorrow.
180 to 1,200 Ghana cedis. I want to ask the MPP 2 fundamental questions. Did Cote d'Ivoire engage in failed forward sales, for which reason they will have to reduce their prices? Ask the
rhetorical or you want me to answer?
Ask the MPP wants us to believe that we are where we are because we lost the opportunity to sell our cocoa on forward sales and we're thinking that it will increase. And so it was a bad trading decision. So I want to ask them once more. Did Cote d'Ivoire engage in failed forward sales trading? Number 2, did Cote d'Ivoire engage in bad trading decisions or projections? You see, and I'm happy. I've watched so many videos from some cocoa farmers. I mean, cocoa farmers that independent media houses like your network and your sister network like UTV and other stations went into their farms. They asked the cocoa farmers, what do you make of the new prices? Do you know what the cocoa farmers said? They said, oh, they have seen it several weeks before the announcement was made that because of the way and manner the international market prices of cocoa had reduced, and it is basic trade. Government comes to buy cocoa from cocoa farmers, goes to the international market to sell. There is no way that government will buy the cocoa more than what they will get on the international market. You understand the point? So they understood that fundamentally they were going to have reduction in prices, but they expressed some, happiness about President Mahama's decision to present a new cocoa board bill where it will be put in law that cocoa farmers will get 70% of FOB prices. And so today, if cocoa prices go to $10,000 per ton, they are going to get $7,000 per ton. That was their message. And research has shown that about 57% of them understand and are okay with government decision.
Whose research? Your research?
Oh, Global Info Analytics have shown that, and you cannot be more credible than Global Info Analytics, Mr. Kamal. You cannot be credible than them. They have said that 57% of cocoa. You see, nobody is saying that we are all happy about what is happening in the cocoa sector. Like I've made the point, President Mahama is not a president that wants to inflict pain on the people. At least based on his record and what he has done in the last 1 year. He wants to ease suffering on the people of Ghana. And so that point must be made clear to the people watching us or listening to us on other networks. But you see, today, do you know that one of the key reforms that the president has made is that the $21 billion of cocoa roast that these people procured without budget, which has become a debt on Cocoa Board. The president, through the finance minister, Cocoa Board, and Roast Ministry, have been able to rationalize that debt to 4.3 billion and has lifted that debt to Roast Ministry. They said they were also owing finance ministry. The president has lifted that debt and given it to finance ministry to finance. The whole idea is to position Cocoa Board in a way and manner that they will have good books, clean books, fiscal space, so that they can consolidate whatever little gains they're making over time. So that when difficulties like this come, Cocoa Board will be in the financial position to cushion cocoa farmers. Look, when we came, they are left about 333,000 tons of cocoa, where they had forward sold about 2,600. At the time they were doing that forward, so what was the projections and the signs that went into it? At the time, cocoa prices were $6,000 per ton, but they decided to forward sell it at 2,600. When we came, it had gone to about 3,100, so government had to pump about $500 per ton. We spent $1 billion in covering that hole. Imagine that $1 billion was with Cocoa Board. So that $1 billion would have been used to cushion cocoa farmers. So the whole idea is to give Cocoa Board the fiscal space and give them the necessary financial muscles to hold on and hold cocoa farmers when difficulties like this.
But here's the thing. Do you regret as a political party that you made a promise that you're going to give the 6,000?
You see, so the MPP decided to do cherry picking.
Oh, do you regret?
Oh, let me make my point.
That's the question.
Let me make my point. The whole idea. Oh, you don't want to listen to.
No, apologize.
Let me make my point. Look, we made that promise that cocoa farmers deserved 70% of market prices. Was that not a promise?
What was the promise in your
At the time, the international market price of cocoa was $10,000. But so $10,000 per ton. So a bag was about 10,000 Ghana cedis, because that time the exchange was about 16 Ghana cedis. The MPP went and sold the cocoa bags at 10,000 Ghana cedis per bag, and came and gave cocoa farmers 3,100. That was 30% of the international market. We said that the cocoa farmers deserved about 70%. At that time, it was translating to about 6,000 Ghana cedis. That was how come the promise came. So when we came into government, the international market prices came to about 7,200. And we promised them that we'll give them 70%. 70% of 7,200 was about $5,040. Did we not give $5,040 per ton to cocoa farmers? Yes, we did. Indeed, when we came, we had increased it from 3,100 to 3,200, then from 3,200 to 3,600 per bag. That was in line with the 70%.
So you're saying that you met a percentage threshold?
Yes, that was the point.
Not the nominal figure that you mentioned.
So the MPP decided.
So when you were promising the figure,
didn't you know this? That's a good question.
But that's what we have done. That's what we have done. We said we'll give them 70%. The 3,600 was not the. Now, let me listen. Now we are even giving 90%. Yeah. We are even giving 90%. So today, if cocoa,
when it's used, it's nominal.
You people went and used your MPP media to twist the stories. The promise was that we will give 70% to cocoa farmers. When we came, we gave 70%.
So you never mentioned 6,000.
Today, listen. Oh, Masa, are you not listening?
I'm listening.
When you were talking, I was quiet. I could have also heckled.
No, he asked you a simple question.
Listen to what I said. I said that the promise at the time was that we will give 70%. At that time, the 70% was 6,000 Ghana cedis. That was what we said. And when we came, we gave 70%, was 3,600. Now we are giving 90% to the cocoa farmers. This is simple arithmetic that you people need to listen, but you have decided because of propaganda, you not listen. You go and bash cocoa farmers. And and later you fail to give them money.
No, if you say
and they are on social media,
he's just denied that. Kamal is right.
Kamal Dean knows that if you are politically astute, you know what happened with those buses. They came, they asked them, they are taxed, they are cheats, that they are cocoa farmers. Some of them were removing MPP party cards. And it is a fact. In their own videos, it's there.
So where's the yellow?
You understand?
You are lying. This propaganda this morning.
The videos are there. The videos are there. No.
Yes. For a check and the farmer should.
In front of in front of
you guys will be
in front of cocoa communication. Let me make my listen to me. Nobody is saying that the concerns of the cocoa farmers are not genuine. They are genuine. Where I come from, our family even has cocoa farms. We do cocoa farming. So you understand the point? So we have also been here. But the point I'm making is that we are not happy about what has happened. But just like I said, one of the reasons why we have been able to come where we are as a government is because of decisive policy. Some of them are painful, but yet necessary for the future of cocoa farm. Today, President Mahama has directed that 50% of our cocoa produce should be processed by a cocoa marketing company. Do you know the number of people who get jobs from that? Do you know the amount we will generate? We want to have a situation where the produce buying company, that is the first state-owned LBC, will be the one to do this to do the buying and what have you. So all these measures have been put in place to make sure that we revive the system, and we change. Now, President Mahama is saying that we are not going to do international sourcing of funding to buy cocoa. We are going to raise internal local bonds to fund cocoa so that we can generate our own money and make sure that we can do our processing and what have you. But the MPP that made sure that we are where we are today, destroying cocoa board, giving out contracts that are not necessary. Do you know that as we speak, the reason why the management of cocoa board, the CEO and the deputy are under tax by several sessions of the MP is because, as we speak, about $150 million of procurement has been cut. About 1.5 billion Ghana cedis have been cut at cocoa board. And there are some people who...
Okay, let's not go there.
Who were... No, bless. It is very important. And some of these people are the ones sponsoring people to attack the cocoa board MD and his deputies.
Okay, so
and these are contracts that were shortchanging this country. So we need reforms at cocoa board. The new management is committed to it. And I know that, bless, 2 years from now, we will come and sit on this platform. And the farmers will be calling in and appreciating and congratulating the government for the reform that they have.
So I have to apologize to you. Let me do this briefly because the presidential rep on Agric, Peter Boama Otokono, is also on Zoom. I understand that he's been to some of the cocoa farms. In fact, as we speak, they are in one of the cocoa farming areas. So he's joining us just to get some clarity on what's going on. Thank you, Doc, for your time this morning. So you made a promise. Sami is trying to justify why, of course, we should still believe that you're keeping that promise. But the NPP says, no, you promised 6,000. You're not giving that to cocoa farmers. You've been interacting with the farmers.
He's going to repeat what Sami said. I don't see why he's calling. He's going to repeat what Sami said. Honestly, you listen to him.
Do you know what he's coming to say?
Are you with me?
I mean, there's
Dr. Boama
different from what he's going to say. Oh, completely. You listen to him. You listen.
Can you hear me?
You repeat the same thing verbatim.
Dr. Otokono, can you hear me?
I'm telling you, they all have speaking.
Okay, we'll just try and rectify that. So let's just come in while we try and rectify the connection to him.
Honestly, he's going to repeat what Sami said. So there's no need.
You know what is coming.
I know, Peter.
Okay.
That cocoa board was in a mess when they took over. And I believe that one of the difficulties I have with this administration is their inability to go after those that have shortchanged the people of this country.
This is like a third time.
Yes, I know what I'm talking about. And yesterday, that was my difficulty with the president. He touched briefly on the state of corruption as a matter of policy. The Ghanaian, the ordinary Ghanaian out there is not too much interested in your rhetoric, so. It's about going after those that have our monies in their pockets. See, they have the money, and they are engineering a lot of things against those that are working hard to bring cocoa board back to life. This cocoa politics they are doing, it will come back to haunt the MPP. There is no strategic thinking behind it. When they started going visiting the cocoa farms with MPP apparatchiks, I came to your studio here, I went to join you and told them that if they were that smart, they would know that nobody understands cocoa politics or smuggling better than the cocoa farmer. And that if the prices in our neighboring countries were better than that of Ghana, they would never make noise. They would just smuggle it off. This is simple cocoa economics. In 2024-2025, OT region, they contributed only 97 tons to the national average. Well, at that time, Togo's price was far better than Ghana. If a cocoa board was paying whistleblowers amount, 2/3 of the value of, if a bag of cocoa was going for 1,000, if we blew a whistle that someone was smuggling, they were paying 2/3 of it. So cocoa economics, it does not lie in the mouth of people who are in parliament showcasing cocoa. By the way, I just heard Openi Kwame Fofi in the Kropon area saying that people went to his farm to go and forcibly take cocoa pods. I don't know whether these cocoa pods that they were holding in parliament came from cocoa.
Are you fasting at all?
Yeah.
Are you observing the ladies?
How can the minority go to parliament? They are not farming. They are not cocoa farmers. Where did they even get a pot from? Penny Fofi is asking them. And I believe the CID must take that matter very seriously. So, we are
to investigate some people.
The cocoa pod.
Bless.
Where did they get it?
So you take these guys.
But you see.
No, I'm just asking.
Kamadi, let me talk about this. Kamadi, as a deputy national communications director of MPP, you come to a studio. You are given an opportunity to market your party freely. See the question you ask him.
Yeah. But the people who were bust.
That he should have used the opportunity to even educate the masses that look, we don't do this, don't do that. He rather thought you were asking it to.
Attacking.
I was very surprised.
You were attacking me.
No, come on. I was. I was so shocked, and I even had a problem. I even had a problem with you, Blessed, that you gave me that opportunity.
Yellow journalist. I never said.
You see, sometimes I don't know what they are thinking. Come on, you have been given an opportunity to market your party.
I never attacked you.
No, when you are the what a free range.
Yeah.
If I were the one that you asked me about the United Party, that someone, by now you are you were fighting with the host. You were fighting with the host. By the way, I'm surprised.
So those farmers who were demonstrating.
No, they are not farmers. Take it from me. They were bust. One of them said she's a queen mother in the Western North area. We asked her whether you have a farm. No, don't ask me that. Why are you asking me that? They were all paid. It's normal.
By who?
By these people in opposition, instead of mobilizing the resources to build a better party, they are chasing mirage. Because tomorrow, as he rightly said, indeed, Cote d'Ivoire will reduce. They are even bringing their mid-crop season forward, so that they can reduce the prices. So if the price of cocoa in Cote d'Ivoire, the 64 kg, is reduced to that 1,222, what would the MPP be doing? Would they be going back and demonstrate why Cote d'Ivoire has reduced their prices? Well, then Ghana's pricing will be twice the price of that of Cote d'Ivoire. So we must be expecting even smuggling into Ghana. That is why it pays to wait. That's why we don't do this trivial politics. That is why when we come in, sometimes they feel that,
call it trivial politics.
Well, because the point is that you must analyze the trend.
That's interesting.
You must have our men, our United Party, our researchers across the neighboring countries that buy cocoa. So we pick real-time data and know that, look, this thing is sort of, when he was talking about 3,100 as being the price for 64 kg in Cote d'Ivoire, what he failed to add was that the government was not paying. It was on paper. They were not paying. So if you go to the port of Abidjan, what's the name? I forgot. The bags are parked there. They are not getting buyers. So what people started doing, the cocoa farmers and the cooperatives, they started doing what called black market sales, where people were buying as low as 1,000 cedis. Because the farmer must survive. So if you are a government, you have to do the right thing. You have to buy the bull. And this one, I salute this administration. In all honesty, that we must not be running this country based on playing to the gallery. You say the government should cushion the farmers. What it means is the government must go and borrow. When government borrows, it affects other sectors of the economy, i.e., health infrastructure, educational infrastructure, roads, and so on and so forth. Remember the farmer when he fell sick or falls sick, will go to the hospital. Is that not the case? The children will go to school. So we should go and cut that expenditure and give the money to the farmer so that when the farmer is sick, why would he go to hospital? This is the sort of economics we have done to ourselves, and we have destroyed everything, including putting up a hole.
Okay, I understand we don't have much time, but let me just give a minute to Dr. Otokono, who's on with us. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Where are you now? Which of the communities are you in now, and what are the farmers telling you, sir?
One issue in the farm would bring it.
Can you hear me? Okay. Unfortunately, that's all time we'll allow us here on the show. It's been Prime Insight. Maybe 30 seconds for you, 30 seconds each, so that we go. 30 seconds.
Do you know that there are about 74 cocoa districts in Ghana? The people they bus come for only one of the districts. The rest of them, they went there, the people said they won't come because they are aware of the situation on the grounds, and they know that government has even done it.
All right, we need to go.
Well. We need to go. So we are committed. We are committed to having deep reforms at Cocoa Board, to position Cocoa Board in a place where several months from now, when issues like this pop up, they will be able to
come out.
defend
30 seconds. Yes.
That's the position of government.
Quick one. The government of Akufo-Addo ensured that STEM education is given use in this country. And of course, when I listened to the president yesterday and just listening to my brother here who talks about students going to learn how to build robots and all those things, I think we should give once again credit to the MPP for thinking of how we can go science with our education. And of course, the 1 million jobs that the president talked about, for me, I think that was.
So let's keep 30 seconds.
The United Party.
It was
let me have my chair. You are done.
I don't even know how this.
The United Party will measure this administration, the NDC or John Mahama's administration, in terms of the cocoa sector, based on the proposals that they have given. We believe that these are proposals that can deal with the issues in the cocoa sector. Their failure to deal with it, we will hold them. The pricing, making it a law must be done. Syndication must be abolished. Processing must be done. And the balance sheet that they have, the new life that they have given to Cocoa Board must be sustained.
And that's all time will allow us here on Prime Insight. I'm blessed to Ghana. Grateful to Solo, to Kamal, and to Sami for joining us this morning. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.
Hello, Ghana. Are you ready for the Joy News Impact Makers Awards 2026? The time is now. Nominations are officially open. Yes, who